what do you make of the recent trend of fights between celebrities and people of different fighting backgrounds? We had a YouTube Jake Paul beat former NBA player Nate Robinson. That sold over 1 million buys on pay-per-view. A lot of people are criticizing it as maybe making a bit of a mockery of fighting. I want you to weigh in on that for me.
You know, if they are fighting, well, then it can't make a mockery of fighting, right? They're getting in and they're competing. You know, I am not so much against it. What I would say is, though, the numbers that show calculated was, it was a Mike Tyson fight. You know, you had Tyson, an icon in fighting, as well as Roy Jones Jr., two goats in the sport of combat. You know, and then you had the YouTube kid and then an NBA star competing underneath that. So it done good business. Am I into those competitions myself? You know, it's not the most high level, if any level at that stage. Obviously, the Tyson and Jones fight was very high level, and it was very interesting to see what they would be like in their older age, or you know. But I thought they both fought amazingly, and you know, as they say, if it makes dollars, it makes sense. I know Dana and the UFC are not really into it, but you know, I'm not so against it. I think you know, if people are willing to get in and take the risk of making that walk, you know, I am certainly a viewer.
Conor, in the past, you've spoken about some of the struggles you had as a kid. Looking back and looking at where you are today, to what extent did that help shape your thirst for achieving victories? And what would you tell kids growing up today who'd be looking to you in this time?
You know, what I would say is all our trials and tribulations and all the stuff we go through in our life shape us into who we will become. So I would simply say to stay positive, to listen to your elders, listen to your parents, listen to your grandparents, listen to your coaches. You know, I would say enroll in sport. I would say listen to your teachers in school, stay focused, have fun, enjoy life, because you know, everything that happens, good or bad, will shape you into who you will become, and it will make you stronger. It's what has happened to me, and I'm in a great place in my life right now. Currently, I'm fully invested into giving back to my community where I grew up. We've done some amazing things with the football grounds, with the boxing grounds, with some of the martial arts gyms also, and long may that continue. I will, you know, as I get to this stage in my life, I am all about giving back. I think it is our human duty to give back, you know, especially someone in my position. It is my duty to give back, and that's what I'm doing. The older I get, the more I realize, you know, coaches, teachers, you know, trainers, they give so much of their time to the youth to educate them and bring them up, and it's all volunteer work. And I'm, you know, when you grow up, and when I was growing up as a kid, I never really noticed that. I was kind of like, that's the coach, and then you know, this is the training, and I never really had much. Not that I had any disrespect, but I just didn't really see it for what way I see it now. These are men and women with their own lives and their own families that are giving time out of their day to train the coach, to train the youth, and with very little backing. So you know, this part of my life, I'm going to give back to all of these. These sporting clubs, to help the next generation come true. My competitor that I'm fighting against, Dustin Poirier, he also is of the same mindset. He has a foundation, the Good Fight Foundation, which I'm going to donate to. I'm going to donate to his charity, and off of that donation, they're going to build a gym in his hometown. So I'm very excited about that, and I think this is what prize fighting should be about, and I'm very excited to be here in this space.
Conor, it's been great catching up. Appreciate you carving out some time in your busy training schedule. And then hopefully once I recover from my shoulder injury, maybe we can spar as well a little bit. Thanks again, and all the best for the fight.
Thank you, sir. No problem. How did the shoulder injury happen, if you don't mind me asking? What type of
rotator cuff, then a little bit of overtraining. But I'll come back and I'll meet you then in the middle. Sounds like a plan.
Good man. Thank you, sir. I'll see you there. Good man.